I dreamed I was missing. You were so scared, but no one would listen, 'cause no one else cared. not been perfect, but neither have you. So if you're asking me, I want you to know, when my time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. Help me leave behind some reasons to be missed. Don't resent me, and when you're feeling empty, keep me in your memory. Leave out all the rest. Leave out all the rest. Forgetting all the hurt inside you've learned you had so well. Pretending someone else can come and save me from myself. I can't be who you are. When my time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. Help me leave behind some reasons to be missed. Don't resent me, and when you're feeling empty, keep me in your memory. Leave out all the rest. Leave out all the rest. Forgetting all the hurt inside you've learned you had so well. Pretending someone else can come and save me from myself. I can't be who you are. I can't be who you are.
Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. Filthy mouth, no excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose. String me up from atop these roofs. Tie it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Run myself out and no one cares. Dug the trench out, lay down there with a shovel up out of reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in.
I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. I bleed it out.
Go, stop the show. Choppy words and a sloppy flow. Shotgun opera, lock and load. Cock it back and then watch it go. Mama help me, I've been cursed. Death is rolling in every verse. Candy paint on his brand new hearse. Can't contain him, he knows he works. Fuck, this hurts, I won't lie. Doesn't matter how hard I try. Half the words don't mean a thing, and I know that I won't be satisfied. So why try ignoring him? Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in.
I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. I bleed it out. I've opened up these scars. I'll make
got to say something. Lightweight, step it aside when we coming. Feel it in your chest, the syllables get pumping. People on the street get panic and start running. Words on loose leaf sheet, complete coming. I jump in my mind, I summon the rhyme, I'm dumping. Healing the blind, I promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when they tell us that they wanna see jumping. Fuck that, I wanna see some fist pumping. Risk something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for. Cause I'm sick of being treated like I had before. Like a stupid standing for what I'm standing for. Like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandon poor. Like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing away to the bank and cashing a check, asking you to have compassion and have some respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say? watching, but I am not laughing. Cause when it gets tense, I know what might happen. World is cold, the bold men take action. Have to react to get blown into fractions. 10 years old is something to see. Another kid my age drug under a Jeep, taken and bound and found later under a tree. I wonder if he thought the next one could be me. Do you see the soldiers that are out today to brush the dust from bulletproof vests away? It's ironic, at times like this you pray, but a bomb blew the mosque up yesterday. There's bombs on the buses, bikes, roads, inside your market, your shops, your clothes. My dad, he's got a lot of fear, I know, but enough pride inside not to let that show. My brother had a book he would hold with pride, a little red cover with a broken spine on the back. He hand wrote a quote inside: when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Meanwhile, their leader just talks away, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay. The rest of the world watching at the end of the day, both scared and angry, like what did he say?
Swallow you. I don't realize your crusades a disguise. Replace freedom with fear, you trade money for lies. I'm aware of what you've done. No, no more sorrow. I thank for your mistakes. Your time is borrowed. Your time has come to pay, pay, pay. I see pain slow and blew away as I collapsed, so cold. A black wind took them away from sight, and now the darkness over day that night, and the clouds above moved closer, looking so dissatisfied. But the heartless wind kept blowing, blowing. I used to be my own protection, but not now, 'cause my path has lost direction somehow. A black wind took you away from sight, and now the darkness over day that night, and the clouds above move closer, looking so dissatisfied, and the ground below grew colder as they put you down inside. But the heartless wind kept blowing, blowing. So now you're gone, and I was wrong. I never knew what it was like to be alone on a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day. I used to be my protection, but not now. On a Valentine's Day, 'cause my mind has lost on a Valentine's Day. On a Valentine's Day, I used to be my protection, but not now. On a Valentine's Day, 'cause my mind has lost on a Valentine's Day.
Let me apologize to begin with. Let me apologize for what I'm about to say. But trying to be genuine was harder than it seemed, and somehow I got caught up in between. Let me apologize to begin with. Let me apologize for what I'm about to say. But trying to be someone else was harder than it seemed, and somehow I got caught up in between my pride and my promise, between my lies and how the truth gets in the way. Things I wanna say to you get lost before they come. The only thing that's worse than one is none. Let me apologize to begin with. Let me apologize for what I'm about to say. But trying to regain your trust was harder than it seemed, and somehow I got caught up in between my pride and my promise, between my lies and how the truth gets in the way. The things I wanna say to you get lost before they come. The only thing that's worse than one is none. The only thing that's worse than one is none. And I cannot explain to you in anything I say or do or plan. Fear is not afraid of you, but guilt It's a language you can understand. I cannot explain to you in anything I say or do, but hope the actions speak the words they can. For my pride and my promise, for my lies and how the truth gets in the way. The things I wanna say to you get lost before they come. The only thing that's worse than one is pride and my promise. Between my lies and how the truth gets in the way. The things I wanna say to you get lost before they come. The only thing that's worse than one is none. The only thing that's worse than one is none. The only thing that's worse than one is none.
Telling me to go, but hands beg me to stay. levees are breaking. All you've ever wanted was someone to truly look up to you. And 6 feet underwater, I do. Hope decays, generations disappear, washed away as a nation simply stares. Don't wanna reach for me, do you? I mean nothing to you. The little things gave you away, but now there will be no mistaking. The levees are breaking. All you've ever wanted was someone to truly look up to you. And 6 feet underwater, I can find a way to disappear. All these songs that make no sense, I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away over and over again. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. Just one step closer to the edge. 'Cause I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. Just one step closer to the edge. 'Cause I'm about to break. Shut up, I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm about to break everything you say to me. Takes me one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. Just one step closer to the edge. 'Cause I'm about to break everything you say to me. Takes me one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. Just one step closer to the edge. 'Cause I'm about to break.
Thank you. Can I please see everybody put a hand up in the air like this and put it down like that? Yeah. When I pretend everything is what I want it to be, I look exactly like what you had always wanted to see. When I pretend, I never forget about the criminal I am. Still a second after second just 'cause I know I can. But I can't pretend this is the way it'll stay. I'm just trying to bend the truth. I can't pretend I'm who you want me to be, so lying my way from no turning back now.
I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather
No turning back now.
anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back
the
now.
very worst part of now is me.
I remember what they taught to me. Remember condescending talk of who I ought to be. Remember listening to all of that and this again. So I pretended of a person who was fitting in. And now you think this person really is me. And I'm
Trying to bend the truth.
more I push them more I'm pulling away. 'Cause I'm
Lying my way.
Let's hear it. No turning back
I
now.
wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather
No turning back now.
anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back
the
now.
very worst part of now.
Say what?
The very worst part of now is now.
This isn't who I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't who I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't who I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. This isn't who I wanted to be. I never thought that what I said would have you running from me like this. No turning back
I
now.
wanna be pushed aside, so let me go.
No turning back now.
Let me take back my life. I'd rather
No turning back now.
anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say
No turning back
the
now.
very worst part of now.
Say what?
The very worst part of now is me.
Make some noise for Mr. Hahn. voice in the back of my head. It's like a face that I hold in. Face that awakes when I close my eyes. Face that grunts every time they face that ass every time they fall. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. Paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right. I know I've got a face in me, points out all of my mistakes in me. You've got a face on the inside too. Your paranoia is probably worse. I don't know what's happening on first, but I know what I can't stand. If the reaction, the fact of the matter is you can't add up to what you can. Everybody has a face and you hold it. Face in the works and you close it. Face it once every time they face the last every time they fall. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is what you do. Paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath the skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right. The face inside is right beneath your skin. The face inside is right beneath your skin. The face inside is right beneath your skin. Sometimes I don't make sense, but you never wanna say, and after the had doubt, it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you, turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got. Come on. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be in no time around town. This damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be. Right now, hear me out now. You're
this record will show kind of a side to the band that people might not have seen before. We're really at a point too where we feel like commercially we've been blessed with so much success that we're afforded the opportunity to just artistically do what we think is the most meaningful to us and going to be the most lasting and important. And that's the thing about the commercial success, is you can never control what happens to the record once it's released, but you can control the process and the record that you make and what it sounds like. And I couldn't be happier with the work that we've done and the experience we've had. And I am really excited for everyone to share in that.
Our band is so bad at coming up with titles for things. It's like, that's gotta be one of our weakest points. I mean, we have a DVD called Frat Party at the Pancake Festival. Like, we're horrible at it.
The album title for this was definitely, I think, tougher than writing some of the songs that we worked on. We just went through so many ideas, and I think what was tough for us is that we spent so much time and put so much into this record, and we were trying to think of an album title that's gonna, in one or in a few words, explain this whole process to somebody.
But when you get to the end of a record and there's the pressure of like this 12 to 14 month album that has all this effort and emotion and energy put into it, and you've got to put a name to that thing, it's just so difficult.
It's challenging to title anything. Like, we have a stupid name for a band called Linkin Park. It makes no sense at all. It took us a long time to come with the album title, because it was like, okay, we have a concept here. Like, we have a lot of things that we want to incorporate, but just nothing really sounded right. And everyone in the band's real picky. Like, someone will say it's to this or to that, and it's like, even though that doesn't make sense to the next guy. I think everyone threw tons of names in the hat. No one ever uses my names, because I think the one I wanted was Galactic Platypus. Didn't really make sense.
There was definitely a point where I was gearing myself up to be very unhappy with and disappointed with the album title. It was back earlier on. We had a couple different ideas that had been kicked around, that kind of stuff, and there was one that a couple guys liked. A couple guys were kind of wishy-washy on, and I really didn't like. That it was In Triumph and Tragedy. But yeah, I was pretty skeptical on that, and so the guys were humoring me and continuing the process, but I think especially a couple of them were really saying they thought, like, if it doesn't come to anything better, like, then it's just going to be that.
The album title, the one we actually ended up going with, when it came across, it just stood out to me above all the rest, and there was some cool meaning behind it, and actually Chester had emailed it around to us, and then Mike made a little change to it, and it just sounded right. And I think also I was just tired of going through album titles, and I know that once people hear the record, then they're going to associate the record with that album title rather than the other way around.
I cracked the code on that one. We were lucky on Hybrid Theory. It was easy. That was our name. It's like, we had to change it. Oh yeah, watch this. We'll call the record Hybrid Theory. Meteor was a more difficult experience. It was like we wanted something epic sounding, that was unique, and like every epic sounding word in the world has been taken by a band. You know what I mean? So that was interesting. But on this one, it was like we wanted something that like kind of had meaning to it, that captured the feeling of the record.
Chester's email that came out, I don't know, I think he got it off like a TV program or something.
I've been watching, like, I'm a History Channel, Discovery Science Channel, like, that's all I watch, like, all day long. I've like gotten really bored with television, and movies, so like I watch and I learn stuff that I think is really cool. And I was watching the special on the Doomsday Clock, and how it was the inception of the Doomsday Clock after the United States dropped nuclear weapons on Japan. And so it was developed as kind of like the idea to kind of mark the end of the world. And it can move back and forth, the more heated things are in the world, the closer we are to midnight. And there's only 15 minutes on the Doomsday Clock. So you can either go from the 9 mark to the midnight mark. And so the idea is that midnight is the end of the world. It's nuclear, bombs are dropping everywhere, nuclear winters ensued, everything's gonna die, kind of idea. And it's moved I think like 18 or 19 times since its inception, and it's gotten as close to like 2 minutes, which is kind of scary. And so I kind of thought that's a great concept, and the narrator said, the clock moved to 3 minutes to midnight, and I was like, that sounds rad, that just sounds good.
He just talked about the idea of minutes to midnight. As soon, I think his original one was the idea of calling it like 3 minutes to midnight.
It's funny because it sounds like such a punk rock thing, like it's such a like a metal name, which is great because the album's not a metal album. So to go with something that's that dark was fitting, because it was like that cool contrast. This album is really dark as far as its content. It doesn't have to be loud to be dark. It can be real quiet, and then you listen to the lyrics and you realize that there's a blackness to the lyrics. And the title, Minutes to Midnight, felt like it had that.
I really liked that. Immediately I saw it and I was just like, that's awesome. Just the idea of minutes to midnight can mean so many different things. It's got that feel of like something important. It's got that feel of like not necessarily impending doom, but just something like looming, some kind of change happening or something that's upon you. And in addition to that, for me, the album title really worked well with a lot of the songs and a lot of the themes that were going to be on the songs. Mike and Chester really working into some different areas lyrically than they'd ever done, and just kind of that maturation process.
The title it references where we feel like we are as a society here where we live in the U.S. in the world. How things are just kind of like teetering on the brink of like all out like war and just conflict all the time. You're just always bombarded with these stories of like things going wrong and people hurting each other and like technology going awry, you know what I mean? And then that led us to thinking about it in terms of the music industry and where, the place where we kind of exist and where we live. Like the music industry has been just beaten down year after year. It's literally like this doomsday clock is ticking for the CD.
So Minutes to Midnight kind of made sense. Everybody got really excited about that, and so it was nice to finally, like after I think we've been working on this title for like 6-7 months, maybe longer. That there was something that everybody kind of went, yay, that's great. So, and it's fun to be the guy that came up with it, because that makes me smarter than everybody else.
Chester may claim that he's excited about it because he named it, quote unquote. He's going to relish in glory forever for that. But I may have been even more excited about it just because I was saved from an album title I didn't like at all.
That's 2 out of 3. Hybrid Theory was mine. And Frat Party at Pancake Festival was mine also.
What I've done is the first single off this album, and it encompasses what the album's about, for me at least. It deals with being at a point in time where you recognize the past and you're kind of figuring out what to do next,
And we went in with a specific goal of really trying to bridge everything we'd done in the past with what this album had become. Maintain the integrity of the album, but at the same time, help people kind of make that transition of what we've been doing over the last 1.5 to 2 years with the new music.
It's a great song for us to put out there as the first single to just kind of tie together some of the stuff we've done in the past with where we're going, and I think it's a great bridge for our fans to bring them over from this other part where we were before over into the new music that we've made. And I think that it even took us a little bit to cross that bridge.
Basically, like, we turned the record in, and they were really excited about the record. They thought, they were like, we have singles 2 through infinity here, like, and we just don't feel that there's something that bridges where you guys were to where you are now. And it was really important to them that there was a song that did that. So Mike was like, fine, I know exactly, I'll go home and write it. And like he did it. He like went home and wrote it. And I remember coming in and listening to the track, and I was listening to it and I was like, that's a great song, and like it'll be not a problem to like, you know, get this thing done. All now we have to do is worry about the lyrics, because, you know, Dave knows, and we were kind of joking about it, you know, we were joking about it the other day, but like lyric writing can be a challenge, considering, you know, like we rewrite lyrics for a month on every, you know, each track. You know, we do so many different variations. So like that was the only thing that we needed to make sure we did, and it came together, and it's a good track.
This track, one thing I really liked, especially lyrics, that shined through for me on this song was that I felt like, you know, we had challenged them through the entire process. The lyrics need to be great, like, you know, these can be better, and they kept kind of living up to those higher standards. And on this song, it was, you know, some of the same thing, but it really pushed through, and the song, to me at least, almost turned out like there's this idea of kind of like forgiving yourself, or just getting to a place where you can, you know, leave that behind and move forward in a positive way, which to me was a really different and new theme than anything we had done, and at the same time it was done in a manner that I felt was really representative of, ironically, ourselves and what we've done in the past, but also what's on the new album. You know, lyrically I felt like is also a really good bridge or introduction into kind of the steps we've taken since the last albums.
Mike was kind of like, when he was, you know, kind of we're justifying the lyrics, because we often do that. You know, Mike and I are like, these lyrics are great because of this reason, and then we feel confident when we go in, like we can, you know, avoid too much change because we like have this really great explanation of why the lyrics are so good. But he was like, you know, it's kind of like asking forgiveness for the fact that, you know, our music when we came out was pretty immature. Like we were all kind of young, and we were looking at it from we were looking from a very biased kind of point of view when we were writing our earlier stuff, and now we're kind of like opening up to all these different ideas, and we're really trying to live up to what we've said in the past, which is like, we can play with anybody, we can write any kind of song, and we can pull it off, which is like kind of cocky and immature too, but like now we're really doing that, and because we did it, we kind of like, you know, took a lot of people back, or took a lot of people by surprise. So it's kind of like, you know, sorry for being, you know, so misguided in the past, but now we're, you know, so here we go. We're moving on to something new and different.
Standing alone with no direction. How did I fall so far behind? Why am I searching for perfection? Knowing it's something I won't find. In my fear and flaws, I let myself down again. When did I lose my sense of purpose? Can I regain what's lost inside? Why do I feel like I deserve this? Why does my pain look like my pride? Oh, in my myself down again. All because I let myself down in my fear and flaws. I let myself down again. All because I wrote, and the silence splits me open. I wrote, and it puts me underground. But there's no regret, no road left to go. Memories consume, like opening the wound. I'm picking me apart again. You all assume I'm safe here in my room, unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way, I know it's not alright. So I'm breaking the habits, I'm breaking the habit. Memories consume, like opening the wound. I'm picking me apart again. You all assume I'm safer in my room, unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always